Welcome back to this special edition of Prepare to Survive. I'm Libby Bowling with Pinellas County Communications. We've been talking about the possible threat of bad weather due to the El Nino effect predicted for our area this winter and spring. And joining me to talk about what citizens may need during an emergency and how Pinellas County and its partners can address those needs is John Bennett, Assistant County Administrator with Pinellas County. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
And Ray Neary, past president of the Lellman Community Association. Thank you for joining us, Ray.
Our pleasure.
Now, as past president, you have of the association, you've lived in Lellman a majority of your life, haven't you?
63 years.
Yes, yes. And you've been telling me that Lellman is a wonderful community, and you've experienced a lot of interaction with your citizens there. And during an emergency, what have you experienced that people need more information about?
Well, I think in general, the population of Pinellas County has a lot of misinformation about what happens when these storms hit and what's available. They just simply don't know. They don't realize how much the county's invested in getting this information to them. And so I know you have websites, but it's just unbelievable. They can even pick it up on their cell phones now when something is coming at them that they're not aware of.
Mm-hmm. And John, we're here to help Pinellas County citizens, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So what types of programs do we have in place to help, residents of communities like Lellman?
Well, the first thing to understand is, we are a community of communities in Pinellas, and, our outreach is probably the most important, is getting the message out, as we've just eloquently heard. And I think it's important to understand that we have to use different mediums. Mm-hmm. And so we can be on the top tier of preparedness in Pinellas County, but if we can't get that to our partners, our citizens, whatever aspect they're in, work, home, play, we look at something like El Nino, there could be spontaneous weather issues that come out, tornadoes, overnight it could get extremely cold. Mm-hmm. So we have to make sure that we address all aspects of all communities, and really that's why we need to bring our partners into these conversations with us to make sure that we understand their needs, no matter what area of Pinellas County they live in, no matter what the demographics are, whatever the socioeconomic status is or might be, and make sure that we touch all those points. So it's kind of a discovery to make sure that we get there. And if you look at a lot of the severe weather incidents that have occurred historically around the nation, even in the last couple decades, it's always certain communities that seem to suffer the most. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to avoid here in Pinellas.
Mm-hmm. And we've had a little experience with some extreme weather last summer, late July, early August, where we experienced some heavy rain that persisted over several days. And it created some areas of flooding, and Pinellas County responded with providing sandbags and the resources for that. And I know we partnered with Lellman as an area of distribution. Can you talk about that?
Sure. We wanted to make sure that we could get on the front end of preparedness by, meeting our partners in the middle. And the middle turned out to be some of our great county parks. Mm-hmm. And so we looked to distribute the opportunity to get sandbags from 3 locations inside the county to make sure that our citizens that felt like they could use sandbags for localized flooding, mm-hmm. Could actually protect their homes. And we think it worked well. We gave out well over 10,000 sandbags in a very short period of time. But we want to even do better than that. We want to make sure that the technology that's in use today in Pinellas County can actually help forecast some of those areas, and we can get a little more surgical about our preparedness information going out to the community. And whether that's through mediums like what we're doing now, mm-hmm. or other outreach events or other ways to communicate through our trusted partners, we want to ensure that everybody is prepared, no matter what time of day, no matter what type of hazard that would affect our urbanized county.
Mm-hmm. And Ray, in Lellman, I know that some folks aren't connected to the internet, let's say. How can we reach people like that?
Well, we have a great deal. We have a big database of emails So we can, if we know it's coming, we can do it. Our CPOs will go door to door and do warnings where it's easier when you got a group. You just put the word out one place, it just goes through it like wildfire. But the big danger is that we've been lucky for so many years and not getting hit. And so you get complacent. So when you hear the warnings, you think it's another one of those. I can tell the people, if they ignore what's happening now with this big Nino that's coming, that they're going to be dealing with tornadoes, something that we don't normally deal with. We can deal with high wind because we're used to that, but we're not prepared really to handle tornadoes. So you better get the information you need to survive this stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be in serious trouble.
So you would encourage people to sign up for emergency notifications?
Get signed up for every bit of information get your hands on.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you've been working with emergency management for planning for El Nino. We had Sally Bishop on earlier in the program. But could you recap some of the planning and preparation that emergency management?
Sure, and specifically to El Nino, what we're trying to do is break down the outcomes that can happen from El Nino and kind of deconstruct those and say to ourselves in Pinellas County, how can we get our citizens ahead of those issues? How can we make them on the front end of this season be prepared for potential water intrusion from excessive rain in an already saturated community? By making sure that they know where to get the sandbags, or if they want to go out and use private opportunities through other vendors to secure their homes. So that's one aspect. We wanted to talk and use some outreach to our fire departments to use their possibilities of engagement and education for some of these portable heaters that sometimes get used and can accidentally catch a house on fire where everybody's sleeping, plus the carbon monoxide, protection. So again, it's just making sure that all of our partners, whether it's fire, law enforcement on the first responder side, or emergency management on the preparedness side, do every bit of outreach they possibly can, because while a weather event can be somewhat of a surprise, a tornado at 2 in the morning without a weather radio could be very dangerous to a community. We know El Nino's coming because we had the experts tell us so.
Right.
We don't create the weather plan, we just try and react to it.
Right.
And so we don't want to be in response mode in Pinellas County. We're always prepared to respond, but we don't want to be in response mode. We want to be in prevention mode. And the way we can prevent things from these bad outcomes, no matter what community we're talking to, is to make sure that they understand the effects of El Nino, what can happen, and what they can do for low-cost options to make sure that they're prepared. And then should they get into response mode, like what we saw in the summer with the floods, that they're prepared to shelter in place for maybe a day or two, and they have the right sustenance in the home for them and maybe their pets. And if they had to evacuate on the front end or even on the back end of some minor localized flooding but impacted their area, that they would know how that process would work. And we just want to stay out of the reactive stage as much as possible.
Exactly. And keep partners like Ray.
Absolutely. Because, reverberating the message through key partners is the case. There's government typically, has X number of employees that are dedicated to these kind of opportunities. But yet, when we look at our partners, that's a first multiplier. And then when they talk to other leaders, that becomes another multiplier. And we work our way down to everybody's living room, which is really the goal here.
Yes.
There may be, I hope they have a checklist that people can get their hands on so that they can go through. If you're going to have to be relocated, be sure that you got your medications on that list. You don't want to be going without that, okay?
Exactly.
And if you're in a hurricane area, if you're worried, if you've got houses, your house is near trees, especially oaks, and you've had a lot of rain, and you didn't pay somebody to thin out the foliage, that's how they could very well wind up on your top of your house. Just all you have to do is thin it out a little bit, and it makes a big difference.
Yes, it does. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. If you'd like more information about preparing for the threat of extreme weather and the El Nino effect, visit Pinellas County's El Nino website at pinellascounty.org/emergency/L, that's EL-Nino.htm. Thank you for joining us, and remember to prepare to survive.